For me, it feels like 2018. It feels like that bear market. It feels like we're going into that slow grind. Sometimes it's often too late before you realize this. So, in this video, we're going to go through some little methods of profit taking to keep it super simple of what you should do, maybe how you should set up your portfolio, because certain things are happening. We're going to go over in this video a load of news as well, which will be pretty interesting for the interest rates, FOMC stuff. And yeah, towards the end of the video, I will show you another video that will help you massively in profit taking and to hopefully look at this as an opportunity and not as doom and gloom. So let's get on to the video. Let's sort this out. So on the screen, we have Bitcoin, right? Lovely, happy days, a little bit of a blow off. We're going to go through a few things in this video, right? The first thing is everyone in the world of YouTube is still doing the same old coins. There's a high chance these boys might get you wrecked, right? So just be absolutely careful. I've been warning people on my Patreon. I've been warning people on learning crypto. Links below if you're interested, right? Low cost, great value. They will probably get you wrecked, and I'm trying to get people to understand that what could be coming, could, not if, but maybes, could happen, is a potential opportunity for the future. Buying coins right now, I think, especially altcoins, is pretty risky. Unless you are buying for the long term, unless you're dollar cost averaging, unless you've got profit from much higher up, maybe that's okay. But if you're going to go, oh, I'm going to go from my bank into cryptocurrency for the first time ever, that is a huge ask, in my opinion. But that's my overall thought on it. Anyways, Google Trends. Not looking great. This is over the last 5 years. You can see how there's been some big differences and how we're kind of still slowly declining. I think we still have a little bit of a factor of interest, a little bit, but I think it's slowly dying. Everything for me is dropping off. Twitter engagement, YouTube, you know, everything. It's just like even the bigger channels are struggling right now. And that's the thing. When the markets are cold, there's going to be less interest. It's not like the stock market, it's a little bit different that. Whereas this is massive. Now, I want to put an argument across for the Wall Street kind of psychological chat, which is this, right? You've all seen it. I know. Hello, welcome. I'm going to say that I think we're in anxiety mode. That's my personal thoughts, personal opinion, not financial advice, of course. This dip is taking longer than expected. That's a kind of, I think that's where we are. Interesting. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But we could be going into denial. We could be going into panic mode. I don't think this market is fully, I don't think we're over yet. I think there could be a lot worse to come when we start to look at some other things. Now, let's look at the Federal Reserve. Talked about this morning on Learning Crypto. We're expecting a 50-point base hike. You know, essentially when this video comes out, the decision will be already made. So we're going to go with it. So with that, we've got to look at the fact that there's a $95 billion a month payment going out to pay out the $9 trillion hole in the balance sheet, right? So that's a lot of money. So if they're expecting the funding rates to go to 2.8% by the end of the year, they've got to do quite a lot of hikes. And these hikes don't happen every month. So we're going to look at that as well as a basis. So maybe more aggression might come towards the end of the year. So that's an important factor as well. Looking and seeking alpha, there's all kinds of stuff. The first time in a long time that they're doing this one at 0.5, that's what we're expecting. If it's any higher, wow, that'll be a shock, and the markets will be incredibly volatile at that point. So we've got to be somewhat careful. Now, for me, this is hugely fundamental news. This could increase the strength of the dollar. This could weaken cryptocurrency, could weaken the stocks as well. And one thing as well that people have obviously not looked at is the fact that BTC, altcoins, the entire crypto market has never been through a recession. We don't know how it's going to react. Is that bullish? Is that bearish? But on Friday, I'm going to be doing a video regarding halving cycles. I've done it a little bit about it before, but we're going to talk about the past and what's kind of happening. But what we need to look at here is what happened in that bearish market in 2018, which is why I'm feeling that we're kind of there, which is scary, right? Now, I know it's all doom and gloom for people. If you're new to this space and you want to hear nice, fluffy stuff and you're watching other YouTubers and you've come on to me, soz. But I tell you how it is. And if you are going to make some money, you're probably going to make more money here by not doing anything than putting money in, hoping to get rich and actually losing most of your investment. That's probably a top tip. You may want to write that down. The market, and this is a little soundbite as well if you want it, it's all about timing. There's 3 things in the market you need. It's T, T, E. What is it? Yeah, timing, time, experience, right? Timing is buying at the right time. Buying in the uptrend, buying in strength, buying when the market is good to invest in. Obviously, the second one is time. Time in the market is more important. Don't get them confused. The longer you're in the market, the better. And then experience will come hand in hand with both of them. Experience to know when to do it, why to do it, and obviously when to exit too. So, when we're looking at this sort of situation here, this is February of 2018. Melt into where we kind of feel like we're doing right now. We've pulled up a little bit, and this is kind of where we are right now, in my opinion, right? When we're looking at the overall market, this is kind of interesting to think that this is 7 days later. Obviously, this is a rally pump, so it's obviously lagging behind. But you can see very, very clearly how we've just been dropping significantly. Now, when we look at the overall market today, it'll be interesting. So maybe we are a bit ahead of ourselves here a little bit. But it's interesting to note that the market has already dropped off, right? Let's just look at it. So if we're going to go from current price levels, you know, in terms of the date, roughly dates time, right? 50% drop from, you know, December time to ultimately, yeah, that time. If we're going to fast forward this to where we are currently right now, right? Okay, so the all-time high, and I know this is totally random, all-time high to current levels, right? We've dropped, what, 43%. And yeah, the big overall factor with this is the fact that BTC didn't pump as much as the previous cycles. However, when we're looking at it and when we're thinking about it, we've got to look at the fact that we have been dropping significantly, and they've obviously been ranging. Now we're kind of at that point. Start of November, we dumped, right? We are now currently in May, we're here. Now, when we're looking at the fact of this obviously dumped in the 18th of December, and now obviously roughly timeframes. But there's nothing to say that we can't go much lower here. This already gives us a picture that we could be going lower. Remember, May, June, July, etc. isn't great for crypto or main stock markets. You know, traditionally there's more red months than green months in that time frame. So that's another thing as well. And you do not want to be going into the back of that kind of situation, that backyard, with a 44% drop in BTC already on the cards, and it could drop another 40% potentially. If the market is going to drop another 40%, just as an idea here, you know, and that does take us to around 23k, that wouldn't be a shock to anyone's system if you're prepared for it. And this is where we want to get into preparation. Now, as you can see, this whole market here in 2018 was a slow, horrible, disgusting grind. And as I said at the start of the video, you don't expect it until you're in it. You don't expect it until it's too late as well. You don't feel and accept it and give it a tick in the box thinking, oh, we're in a bear market. You're better off having one thing and one thing only, having some capital ready for opportunities. Now, this is where we're going to talk about opportunities. So if we are going to get a repeat performance that we are going to carry on. Now, this pump here could be similar to what happened at 46k, where we went down, pumped back up. Ooh, hello. Bullish market again? No, unlucky. It kind of happened. We were expecting it. So we may be a little bit ahead of ourselves, as I said. So we could be going much lower over the period of the summer and into the winter, which brings me onto my Friday video, which you probably need to check out. Anyways, right? Opportunity. Time is to grow, as I say. Are we in this potential cycle downturn? Potentially. How to play it, though? To play it, you've got to have something in the market for the upside, if there is any upside, and you've also got to have something out of the market ready for you to buy at key levels. Now, if you go into the monthly time frame, certainly on BTC, you can maybe draw out a few little levels of interest of roughly about 30k. You maybe look at the all-time high levels from past. Yeah, we may go down there. You got to look at those kind of levels. Same on the weekly time frame. Look at key levels where we've kind of done something and kind of stopped. Now, the biggest red flag on all of this as BTC, for example, is if we go below, say, 30k, there isn't much structure there other than this bit here, 19k. There's a big gap there. So yeah, it could be fun. So we've got to look at that. But other altcoins, as an example here, could be giving you some great levels for some buy orders. So if you want to learn more about profit taking, take profit as and when you can. Watch the video that is about to be recommended to you. That will help you too.